Yo. What's good, everybody? What's up? What's goody? How you guys doing? What's up, man? What's good? Sherm, what up with it? How you doing?
Be good, man. Let's get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it
All
started.
right.
Let's go.
Sound good. Appreciate you, everybody tuning in right now. If you're here with us right now live, or if you're just looking at this video previously recorded, appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget. But we about to jump right into it though, because you know the Super Bowl just went down, and me and Sherm about to get into it. Faise and Brandon should be coming soon. We'll see what it is. So what it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what we got to say, join the debate now.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yesterday, Buccaneers defeated the Kansas City Chiefs. Tom Brady, 7 of them things. Obviously have more rings than franchises before, but he got another MVP to go under his belt. From looking at this game, we all thought it was going to be a good game, but that defense stepped up. Before I go into anything, say what I gotta say, Sherm, from looking at this game this past weekend, tell me what you think.
My question is, should Brady really have been an MVP? That's where I want to start at. Should he have really been an MVP?
Should Brady have been an MVP?
Yes, sir.
I think he should have.
Give me his stat line. Give me his stat line.
Give me his stat line.
You don't think Leonard Fournette deserved some of that?
Tom Brady played a hell of a game. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you this. Everybody played a hell of a game. Let me say that. Let me say that first.
The defense played the hell of a game.
I don't want to.
Defense played the hell of a game.
The defense definitely did play the hell of a game.
We can't give Todd Bowles. We can't give Todd Bowles the MVP. Because that's real MVP.
True. No, you absolutely, because Patrick Mahomes didn't score a touchdown. Like, we didn't think Kansas City was not going to score a touchdown.
They put that pressure on him.
Definitely put that pressure on him.
You know what they did, right?
They
did exactly what the Giants and that defensive line did to Tom Brady when he played in New England, and the Giants got them 2 Super Bowls. They put that pressure on him, and all Eli had to do is just make a play. We're not going to go back to that. We discussed that. But,
that's definitely that's false. That is false. I agree with you. No, I agree with you. Hold on. I agree on half of that they put the pressure on them. But Eli had to make plays. So we're not going to get into that, though. This is Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes talk right now. We'll jump into the Eli situation. It's good, Rashad. What's up with it? He said, White Grunt, what's up? Faise and Brandon. Brandon has a middle.
Everybody coming. They coming.
Everybody coming. Brandon has a middle school game, and Faise should be in here in probably about 5 to 10 minutes. But I'm gonna tell you Tom Brady's stats since you asked me for him. He went 21 for 29, 201 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Perfect game. Now I will say the defense did their thing. Patrick Mahomes did throw 2 interceptions, and we're gonna talk about Patrick.
He ran for his life.
Now he see how Cam Newton felt and how Deshaun Watson be feeling every single season. Well, this season too. Hey, you just got a taste of their own medicine.
Every quarterback.
Except for the Dallas line and New England when Tom was there, and what he said, Rashad, he said, when y'all bringing me up there. Look, Shy, every week I always say, if anybody want to come here with their own topics, they hit me up. I say it all the time, and nobody never get in touch with me.
Talk to me now. Bring them in now. Let's see what the chat line want to say. Bring them in
Shy,
now.
tell me, type in your email right now to me, and I'll bring you in here right now and join the debate. That's what we'll say. Join the debate. But talking about from the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes, he had a rough time. The defense played great. JPP, that New York Giant, he was over there doing his thing. Shaq Barrett, David, all of them, they was holding it down. And me and you, we both picked the Buccaneers, even though you was 50-50 and was on a push. I think from going from this game, what I like to say is that why isn't nobody why isn't nobody coming at Patrick Mahomes like how they came at Cam Newton? Why? Why does Patrick Mahomes? I know Patrick Mahomes is good. I know he's good, and we like Patrick Mahomes, but we have to hold him accountable for his performance.
Do you really want me to give you my truthful? Because one guy is I'm not gonna say flamboyant, but one guy is very confident. One guy rolls with. One guy is let's be real. They wanted to humble Cam Newton, and that's exactly what they did. They wanted to humble Cam Newton. Patrick Mahomes, you know, he went about everything the right way.
Said he went about everything the right way.
As far as him coming into the league, him being a poster boy, there's certain things that I don't want to touch on, but he did it the right way.
So just because you go ahead, yeah.
You I'm put it like this. Corporate America rather have a Patrick Mahomes than a Cam Newton. They rather have that.
They can have whatever they have whatever they want to have. That still don't take away from his damn performance from what we saw on TV.
But it wasn't. But his performance. It didn't have anything to do with his performance. He didn't. Tampa Bay just had a better scheme, a better defensive scheme, and it was an interview. How many Tom Brady spoke prior to the Super Bowl, and Tom Brady said, "Yeah, I like the way you'll float back 15 yards." And then do whatever and do. That was the key right there. Because against a good team, and this is where we could go into Brooklyn. Because defense wins champions. I don't give a damn how well you score the basketball or score the football. Defense wins championships. You could prepare to stop someone if you got the horses and the guns. But I don't care what you do. You're not gonna outscore. You're not gonna outscore when it comes IQ, coaching, and talent start to balance itself out the further you go in any sport. Any sport. When it comes to trying to win a championship. And one thing that's universal, I don't even care, even if it's baseball. You have to have good pitching to win. Or you have to have good defense to win in baseball, win a World Series.
You need defense in general.
Huh?
You need defense in general. In any
to win a championship. And if you have the offense to match, it'll definitely put you over the edge. But we could go to any sport and say, like, look, the offense wasn't that good, but the defense put them over the edge. Any sport.
We're off. Oh, okay.
Any sport, and what I'm saying is any sport that we could go to, the defense may not have been good. I mean, the offense may not have been good, but the defense put them over the edge and won a chip for them. Because in football, all the quarterback needs to do is just manage the game and don't turn the ball over. Yeah. In basketball, all you got to do is just lock down and play defense and don't turn the ball over. In baseball, all you need is that solid pitching and make it a grind-out game. So defense, it may be cliche, but defense always wins championships. Offense wins games. I don't care what level you're on. Defense wins championships. Let's keep it moving.
Defense wins championships. Offense wins games. But Patrick Mahomes performance in the Super Bowl was not what we thought it was. But the reason, and before I go into the next thing, if you're tuning in right now, we always give our predictions for Thursday games. Thursday games at the end of the show. So make sure you come in if you want picks. I know people like to gamble. We got some Jersey followers. We got some Tennessee followers. You want some picks? I'm gonna give you my picks that I have for Thursday. Y'all know I sell picks and I give it to people for free. And Sherm and everybody in the show will give them too. So make sure y'all tune in for that at the end of the show for them free picks. But the reason why I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes' performance, because last year against San Francisco, his performance wasn't that great, like in the first half. You know, San Francisco, they were about to beat them until they started passing the ball with Jimmy G. They should have kept running the damn ball with Mostert and Debo Samuels. But see, the Buccaneers, that's what they did. They had Ronald Jones, they had Fournette, they ran that damn ball. That's how you can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You run the ball. Of course, Patrick Mahomes is great. You need to keep him off the field. And then you also need to make plays. But I'm just saying, though, we need to hold the people that everyone likes. We need to hold them to the same hold them accountable to the same as other players who don't win championships or who's not MVP like. Patrick Mahomes has probably the lowest QBR rating in Super Bowl history combined from 2 games, and he got blown out. That's not good, GOAT versus GOAT. I'm not coming at Patrick Mahomes is still great. I still believe he can get another one.
How can we put him as great?
How can we put him as great? I mean, his second year
the media puts him as great.
You don't think Patrick Mahomes is great?
I think he's a very good young quarterback. Let me give you a little history. Because they were saying the same thing. Everything that they're saying about Patrick Mahomes, they were saying about Colin Kaepernick when he made it to the Super Bowl. If you remember.
I remember.
They were saying the same thing. But the pressure as far as being black quarterbacks to be great is totally different than any other quarterback outside of being black. So Carson Wentz, like why do Wentz get a pass?
They don't give Wentz a pass though. He about to get traded, possibly to the Bears. He don't get a pass. People, Eagles fans hate him. I mean, they gave up on him. He don't get a pass.
Nah.
No, we can speak for real.
Nah, but listen, what I'm saying is black quarterbacks get a whole different type of pressure than any other quarterbacks. Why is it that black quarterback? Because the GOAT, it wasn't the young GOAT against the old GOAT. Like, how can we even do that?
Well, Patrick,
how can the media even put that young man Mahomes as a GOAT at this stage? How can we do that? All he won one Super Bowl. He doesn't have a body of work. That's like so. Then what we're saying is going, and I might be going off the grid, but as far as basketball, so then yes, Derrick Rose should be a Hall of Famer. He might not have won the chip, but he put up hella numbers.
I think he should have got an MVP. Can't tell me one MVP that's not in the Hall of Fame.
You talking about Derrick Rose?
Yeah, you can't tell me one NBA MVP that's not a Hall of Famer. I don't see who's disagreeing with that.
Nah, but I'm just saying, like, as far as the quarterbacks in the NFL, the black quarterbacks in the NFL, it's so much pressure for them to be great early, but everybody else gets a chance to fail. That's what I'm saying.
True. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. Let's move on. Let's move along, though. We'll move on. Tom Brady got 7 rings now. We can both agree that he's the GOAT. Do you think otherwise? Or before I say my next thing, do you think Tom's the GOAT or not?
As far as what? Football?
You the GOAT. Yeah, quarterback.
Hands down. Who? Hands down.
Okay. Do you think Tom Brady can get 8? Can they go back to back? Because he's talking like he want to play till he's 45 years old. After he won a championship, after he got his finals, after he got the MVP, he said we'll be back next year.
The way the league is today, where you can't hit quarterbacks and you can't hit receivers coming across the middle, you possibly can. I think he can play till he's 45 because he's going to be protected. We're playing in the era where, and this is where, again, going back to basketball and football is a correlation because we're playing in an era where defense don't exist. When you can't be, let me rephrase that. When you can't be physical playing defense. So of course there's more scoring. Of course the quarterback number is going to go up. It's gonna happen. Of course, it's gonna happen.
We counted them out this year. I'll say that I didn't think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to win the championship. I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to finally do it or get there at least, but he didn't. 8, I ain't gonna count him out because it's Brady. You feel me? But I'm just, as of today, I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I think other teams is going in the NFC. I think the Rams are gonna be good with Matthew Stafford next year. But I ain't counting out Brady though. I ain't counting out Brady though. What's good, Face? What's up? What it is and what it ain't?
What's good? You don't like what I gotta say, baby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you think Brady could get 8 rings?
Yeah. It ain't even no question. If they return that same team, man, I mean, what we talking about? Like what we talking about? As much as the value effort. Now, I will say this: I think the Chiefs just had a bad game. Like I don't think they played very well. You know what I'm saying? I think they just struggled. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's Tom Brady. He looks like he got better. Like now, this is probably the best team he's ever had. With I probably. Outside of
no.
You don't think? Besides, I was gonna say besides the team with Randy, where they didn't win.
No. He was put in the best situation.
Well, wouldn't that be the best team?
When he first
first of all, what we gotta understand is going back to what me and you just talking about, right? He's played in 3 decades.
Yeah,
so totally different from 2000 to 2010. To 2000.
Hey, just so y'all know, though, there's only one NBA player that's got 3 championships in 3 decades. Y'all know who that is? Huh? I'm just asking.
You know that is me.
It ain't LeBron, and it ain't.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. I'm not.
I'm just kidding. No, but I mean, so you don't think those Sherm, like he had Gronk, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans.
But let's be real. Let's be real. When it came down. Again, because Antonio Brown, if you didn't know he played, he didn't really do nothing all year. Gronk didn't do nothing all year.
Well, I think they were saving Gronk.
That's what made it scary, though.
No. We're talking about an old Gronk.
Yeah, no, but see,
I think they kept Gronk on ice too, though. I think they kept Gronk on ice.
Yeah, why?
No, but it's not about keeping him on ice. It's being smart and having a great game plan at the end of the day. The defense is what won the game.
It's a big time defense. Yeah,
big on defense, but it wasn't like Kansas City was stopping them on offense. They picked up Fournette off the
This is the first time. See, Ray, this is the first time.
The Jaguars dropped Leonard Fournette.
Let me say this. But we talking about the Jaguars. That's like
But what I'm saying,
the Jaguars is the Knicks of the NFL.
I understand that, but Fournette,
they develop talent and let it go.
But that's what I'm saying. So you said that he was put in the best situation. Like AB wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? AB wasn't there when he first got there.
It all comes down to the defense. Down to the defense.
But that's what I'm saying, Sherm. They picked up dudes like
was talking about their defense. The main concern all year, and even when Tyreek Hill put up 200 receiving yards on them, was their defense.
That don't matter.
It's that do matter.
If you watch Tampa Bay, you know they have a hell of a defensive line.
So that's what I was about to say though, Sherm. They signed like Ndamukong Suh to a 1 year, like an elite defensive tackle.
They did. Oh, yes, they did, and that's my whole point.
So you don't think that's his best team? He ain't never played with a defense like that before with Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong Suh is a Hall of Famer.
Offensive weapons either.
Do y'all really know who he played? Listen, in the early in the early 2000s, do y'all know who he played with?
We're talking about an all-around team.
No. Let's talk about the defense.
I know what you're saying.
Tampa Bay defense was not better.
You're talking about like Rodney Harrison. I know what you're saying.
When they had a defense.
Dre Bly. I know what you're saying.
That defense was not better.
So was their offensive side the same better?
But Ray, again, it goes back to my point of what I'm saying to you. I don't care what sport. Defense wins championships. Pat, this is the first time in Patrick Mahomes' whole career that he didn't get in the end zone. College, ever. It's the first time they never got in the end zone.
I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So this is like got to be like his second best team, then second or third. I know that team with Randy Moss and stuff was off the wall.
Yeah, but we were so blinded by the offense, the fact that he threw for 50 touchdowns and all of this and that.
That the defense was kind of weak, that year. It was kind of weak that year.
I'm just saying, man. As an all-around team, Tom Brady, the weapons that he had, I understand that maybe the defense in Tampa Bay, the defense we're about to talk about what Keon just said. I understand that the Patriots early in the year,
how does Brady put them?
Had a better defense. But the offensive side, the running backs, the wide receivers, that's tough. Brady got weapons. And at the end of the and then in the Super Bowl, you're right, Sherm. They didn't use AB like that. They didn't use Gronk Gronk started to kick up.
No, they used Gronk. They used Gronk.
Yeah, they used Gronk because he scored some touchdowns, and Fournette started to kick up at the end of the year. But in the Super Bowl, you saw what happened. First 2 touchdowns, Gronk. Fournette, touchdown. AB, touchdown.
Again.
Chris Godwin wasn't even the main factor, and that was other than Mike Evans, that's their guy. That's scary. That's what I'm saying.
Like you're jumping in. You're jumping in midway through the conversation. And it goes back again to the Giants and Eli. Eli didn't win no championship. The
defense. You saying
their defense was just better than New England's those 2 years.
So was the Steelers defense? So who has the better defense? The Pittsburgh Steelers with Ben Roethlisberger or the New York Football Giants?
Again,
I'm going
to answer the question. The time when, because it's just like boxing. Matchups make style. Styles make fights. And again, the Giants' defense was better equipped with that front four to put the pressure on and beat New England those 2 times.
All right. So what about the Pittsburgh Steelers defense have more Hall of Famers than that New York Football Giants defense?
But Ray, you know, I don't go by all that extra.
I go
by what's being done on the field. Because 9 times out of 10, it's the role players, not the Hall of Famers. It's the role players that gets the jobs done in the championship. Because when you go to the scout report, they're gonna take away all the superstars and what they do. It's the role players that need to step up. So if you have a better, I don't care what sport it is, have better role players to step up that the scouting report is looking past. That's gonna win the championship.
Role player. We talk about role player. A superstar Hall of Famer player has the longest pick 6 in NFL history in the Super Bowl. That's James Harrison. You know who that is. Face know who that is. That's a star. That's a star.
Ray, you trying to make this into a Ben Roethlisberger versus Eli thing?
No, I'm gonna name other teams.
We're not talking about that.
The Denver Broncos with Von Miller, with Peyton Manning, is the pressure that they put on Cam Newton, but Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl. Is that Denver Broncos defense better than the Giants defense, or is the Giants defense better than that Denver Broncos defense?
You can't. With football, you can't do that, bro.
The pressure with Von Miller was more crazy than Michael Strahan and them. All I'm just saying is defense. There are great defensive teams just than the Giants defensive team. That's all I'm saying. The Buccaneers, what their defense did this in the Super Bowl was great, but in the beginning of the year, nobody was calling the Buccaneers an elite defensive team. The Pittsburgh Steelers, we know them as
you didn't know football.
Well, we're talking football. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm talking to you. And Faise, we know football.
Go back and listen to what I said. I always said that Tampa defense was tough. Anytime we talked about football, I always said that.
Their defensive line was, but not their quarterbacks. They was getting exposed all year.
So if you have a hell of a defensive line that could put pressure on a quarterback, it only helps out the cornerbacks and safeties. And then
it wasn't helping them out though. You couldn't rush on Tampa Bay. You could only pass on them. That's why everybody this season, until the playoffs, when their cornerbacks started and they got healthy and they started to get their guys back, that's when they got great. But Tampa Bay cornerbacks and safeties was always weak this year. That's all I'm gonna say. But we'll move on to the to the NBA. Faise, I'm glad that you in here, and we'd like to talk about the Brooklyn Nets. Is Steve Nash the right man to lead Brooklyn to a championship?
I don't want to say no. And the only reason why I would say it's hard to say no based off of his experience because Nick Nurse won his first year. And I don't think Nick Nurse I think he's a good coach. I don't think he just hops into like the elite category. At the end of the day, Sherman and I both coach. Players win championships. I don't care what. Like everybody's like, oh, Phil Jackson's the Zen master, blah, blah, blah. I get what you're saying. But like he also had the most dominant player to ever play. He had the top 2 shooting guard ever, the number 1 shooting guard, arguably best player in my eyes ever. So of course Phil Jackson gets his respect, but let's not act like he was coaching us 3 out there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was coaching some dudes. So I think it's a tricky situation because if they win the whole thing, then Steve Nash is going to get the credit, and I don't think he should. And if they lose, he's going to kind of get the blame. You know what I'm saying? So do I think he's the right man to answer the question? With that type of talent, yes. Do I think he needs to tweak some stuff, like the system? Yes. Like defensive principles and stuff like that? Yes. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not saying that if you switch them with Frank Vogel, that Frank Vogel just makes them better. Because if Steve Nash was coaching, it's like if Steve Nash was coaching the Lakers last year in the bubble, are we arguing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, well, he won the whole thing. Well, no, you had the best player in the world on your team at the time. So, like, and second best player probably at the time, AD. So it's just kind of like, do I think they can win with him? Yes. Is he the right man to lead them like 4 or 5 championships in 10 years? I don't know. I truly don't.
Let's stick on this season. We can't talk about for 10 years. Let's stick on just this.
This season, do I think he's capable? Yes. Do I think he's the perfect ideal candidate? No. But yes, I think it's possible.
Okay. Sherm, how you feel about it?
I don't think he's not. Again, we got to understand that there's many factors to reason why Brooklyn's they're underachieving, and we can blame it on COVID together and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, it's up to the coach. Steve Nash is in a position where he's never been in a head coaching situation. He's never been in that situation. And he has to manage egos, personalities. And Phil, let's go back to Phil. Phil was never a great coach. Phil was never a great X and O's guy. Never. Tex Winters was the X and O's guy. Always. Now, what Phil did was he was able to manage the egos to get. Phil was basically the guy to run the organization. Because if you're a CEO of an organization, you got to manage the egos. You got to make all the parts work together and run together and work together to be successful. The question is, can Steve Nash do that? And he's not going to be able to do that just being passive. I'm talking about personality-wise. I'm not even touching the X and O's right now. The fact that they can't even play defense. We already know Dan Phoney, my bad, Dan Tony.
I'm bugging it, Dan Phoney.
We're not going to talk about the fact that he has never, since the 90s, since he first started coaching, he never preached defense. He always preached offense. You would not outscore nobody the further you go in the playoffs and win a championship. Does he have the best three players? Well, I'm not going to say the best three players in the league. Do he have? I can't even say the most talented best three players. And that might be something that we touch on. But you have to be able to manage the egos. And and it's funny because Kyrie, they're gonna blame everything on Kyrie. When things go wrong, they're gonna blame Kyrie for everything.
The media.
Yeah, the media. They're gonna blame Kyrie for everything. But Steve Nash, what have we heard from Steve Nash? What have we heard from Steve Nash since the season started? What have we heard from Steve Nash?
Well, he's been handling it.
No. What have we heard from him?
Like, what type of question are you asking? Because we've heard things from him.
It's a very simple question. What have we heard from him other than saying, well, see, again, it's kind of different. And this is why being like you being an Eli fan, I respect you being an Eli fan, but I'm the up north. I'm in the media. The problem with anything in New York is the media. And I'm gonna tell you this: if Kyrie and KD would have went to the Knicks, it would be a bonfire. Because the media don't like the Knicks, so it was safe for them to go to Brooklyn. They're not getting they're underachieving, but they're not getting that heat up north. I don't know about anywhere outside of up north of the tri-states, but they're not getting no heat. They barely talk about them. They may talk about Kyrie and what he said or whatever, but how often do they talk about Brooklyn underachieving?
I think it's too early to say that they underachieved.
It's not too early, right? We're a quarter through the season.
They're fourth in the East. They're third in the East. How can we say that they're underachieving? They're third in the East. James Harden just got signed
at 14. At 14 and what?
14 and 12.
You don't think that's underachieving?
Yeah, but I think since Harden got there, they like 10 and 3. 10 and 4.
Yeah.
They won more games.
10 and 3.
Not 10 and 3.
You said, hey, hold. You said they're 10 and 3?
It's something like that.
No, negative.
At a point in time, they were 8 and 2.
No.
And it can't be too much worse than that.
Hey, since Harden got to the team, in our production meeting, I text you that. In our production meeting, I text you guys that the Nets on defense was giving up 116.
Oh, well, yeah.
A game. The only teams worse were Minnesota, like 3 teams that are the worst in the league. Since Harden went to the Nets, they have been giving up over 120.
They're 7 and 6 with James Harden being on the team. And now
you don't think that's underachieving?
When did they win 8 out of it? Look, I thought there was a stat that we saw.
They've been stinking forever.
No, Faise, yes, they were 7 and 3 And
I knew it was something like that.
They were on a 3-game. They just been on a 3-game losing streak.
Oh, okay.
They have been underachieving.
I wouldn't say under. Everybody that's tuning in right now, don't forget at the end of the show we always give our picks, Thursday picks. We got people that like to gamble and stuff like that, so make sure you stick around with us because we're gonna give our predictions and picks later on the show. But I wouldn't say that they're underachieving. I wouldn't.
14-12.
I mean, you talking about the record. Other than that, like who's top two? Milwaukee is 16-8, and Philly is 18-7.
One team that you love,
the Bucks,
and one team that we know always going to do the same thing when it all comes down to it. They're going to fold.
I mean, I already said that I don't like the Nets winning the championship this year. They gave up too much, and I think we all agree on that. But and I'm not saying that they can't get to the conference finals. I do believe that they can.
What I'm saying is even before the Nets are underachieving, 14-12 for arguably the top 3 of the top 10 guys, 3 other guys top 10 in the league. I don't care where you want to put them.
Yeah, but just because you have the top 3 players in the league,
no. There's no other team that has what they have.
What? Just three top guys. That's it. You need a team. You guys are both coaches. You need a team. You need
and like I said, they should have never traded away the team for Harden. But they did.
We all agree on that.
They did. Now you got 3 guys. So you mean they got 3 guys. 3 guys who you could put in really in the top 6 in the league. In the top 6. You don't think they're underachieving? That's the whole point. You don't think they're underachieving?
It's the regular season.
They were underachieving. Before they made the trade.
So if they get to the NBA Finals, then what?
To me, then what? We're talking about them underachieving at this point in time.
But you also say that it's early.
No. I didn't say. I said in our production. No. Don't try to do that. Don't try to make your argument. I was saying it was early. The first 10 games of the first 10 games of the season, I was saying it was early. As I said in our production meeting, we're already in a quarter of the season when teams are finding their identity, when teams know who they are. Teams, even if they don't have their identity, they're figuring it out. What is the Nets' identity?
The Nets' identity, they have nothing.
It goes back to coaching. What is their identity?
I'm gonna answer, but we've been talking. Faise, how you feel about all this? Do you think that they're underachieving?
No. What is their identity? We'll
let Faise answer.
So I don't think they're underachieving, and I only say that because I don't think that they don't have a level of expectation where somebody's expecting them to be, who's got the best record in the league right now? Philly, like 18-6 or something like that. Whoever's got the best record.
Utah got the best record.
Oh, Utah. That's right. So I don't think that they're underachieving because this team didn't play together from the beginning.
And I said that.
And they didn't have a full. I don't care about the preseason and stuff, but like I feel like if this team played or started the season together, I think they probably only have like 8-9 losses.
Faise, you're a coach. What is the Nets identity?
Score.
Every team has, but does that win games?
Not all the time, no. And you still gotta be able to guard. Yeah, you gotta be able to guard.
That's my point. They don't have an identity. And that goes on Steve.
Well, no, they do. They score. They score. They run and score, and then they'll take 3 for 2. Basically, is what they're doing. Like we'll give up how many 2s you want. We just gonna come back and try to shoot a 3 and get a quick shot off. They got an identity now. Is it a championship identity?
That goes to my point in our production meeting. It all comes down basketball. I don't care how good somebody is shooting the basketball from outside. It goes to higher percentage guys versus lower percentage shots.
For sure.
Next is getting brutalized in the paint. They get brutalized in the paint.
But they're one person away. Like if they could honestly get rid of DeAndre Jordan, you know who'd be perfect for them is somebody like Clint Capella. Somebody that can at least hold the fort down. Your shoes, I got it.
That's gonna be tough to get.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
they're
saying,
not gonna get him.
So all right, so being that they're underachieving, Sherman, you're saying that you believe that they're underachieving. Do you think they can get to the finals?
I've always said they can. Because the East is not that the East is balanced.
Very.
But they any given night, and I said this last year, they have the best 3 players on the floor in the East any given night.
Oh, they got the best 3 players on the floor no matter who they play. And if you add it up as a sum, what team can throw out 3 dudes like that? What team?
But it goes back to what I said about are they the most talented? I don't want to go into the next segment.
No, you don't. But sure, if you don't think they're the most talented team, if we do starting 5, what other team in the league has? Hello, what other team has?
Please, you coach. You can have 3 guys that's solid, but if it's just those 3 guys, like what else?
No. You're right, but I'm saying, Sherm, even from a top heavy standpoint, what team can go out there with 3 dudes that's top 5 in their position everywhere?
Probably not top 5.
Who not top 5 in their position?
No, I'm saying like, I'm talking about other teams that they go up against. Probably
that's what I'm saying. Where they got
in the East,
but the Lakers got 2, but not
for sure. And they got 2 big, long, strong ones.
Yahtzee.
Big, long, strong ones. And see, this is what y'all face. Look, they're gonna get through the East, but they're not gonna beat the Lakers with that team.
Well, I don't know, man. That's gonna be a tough thing for the Lakers too.
I only see chips.
I don't think so, Face. I'm telling you, Face. I understand you don't like him. You don't like, you know what I'm saying?
Don't you dare say Kuzma. Don't you dare.
No, I'm not talking about Kuz right now.
It's funny. No. But it's funny because I'm the guy that everybody labels don't like him. We're not going to mention no names. I'm always the one. I just talk basketball.
I like Kuz, but I'm not talking about Kuz right now. I'm talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. I feel like team-wise, I'm telling you, team-wise, when it comes down to it, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
If your superstar, if your best player cannot hit a jumper, you are in trouble.
They can't beat. I disagree. They can't beat the Lakers.
Well, their best player can hit a jumper.
Who?
LeBron can hit a jumper.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That's crazy.
And it's funny because, again,
Giannis can't hit jumpers. I'm talking about basketball too. Sure. Name a team that you know of that's won a championship and their best player cannot hit a jumper.
Bron can now hit jumpers.
He could hit.
Also can go to the rack.
But that's what I'm saying. Is there a team that's won a championship that you can? I'm talking about deep in history now that don't have they top 2 players can't hit a jumper.
Like
Giannis there's a lot.
Yeah, you talking about threes?
No, jumper. Hit a jumper. A jumper.
Giannis can shoot a jumper. He just can't shoot threes.
No, he cannot. Giannis outside of 15 feet. Giannis outside of 15 feet is like 32%, man. That ain't winning no damn games. He ain't beating nobody like that. Who you beating like that?
I disagree with that, bro.
Who are you beating? I'm telling you, name a team.
Shaq couldn't shoot jump shots or threes.
And guess what Shaq did every time he touched the ball?
He dominated.
Yeah, does Giannis do that? No.
But you just but you just said what you just said is name a team who has won a championship that the best player. I'm just going to.
So let me ask you this: who's the other player on Shaq's team? What was his name?
Kobe.
And what was he doing?
He got off the third one,
hitting jumpers.
No. But Rick Fox can hit the jump shot.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have enough. And all you're gonna do is pack it in on Giannis, and it's a wrap. They're gonna pack it in, and it's over. It is a wrap.
I agree. Milwaukee. That's why I see the Nets coming out the East.
So what about Philly then?
Huh?
What about Philly?
Ben Simmons.
He's not
I
that
hate
big
Ben
player
Simmons.
though.
Ben Simmons is just like Giannis. He's just a little bit better of a passer.
See, no, and Faze, you know what's funny? Because I agree with you, but my thinking is I'm looking past the East.
You talking about championship game? You talking about championship? Yeah.
Ray, come on, you gotta
I believe it's going to be tough. I don't think it's going to be that easy as we are making it seem. Like.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but Sherman's right. The Nets coming out the East.
I'm like, you can't jump and look at the championship and think like. I feel like if you're going to do that, that means
right. This goes back to what I was saying.
Jump over
in the East. I apologize. In the East, have the best 3 players on the floor.
Without question.
They're coming out the East. But when they have to face the Lakers or Clippers, whoever comes out the West, they're not going to get it done.
Just because you have the 3 players, that don't mean you have the best team.
But Ray, let me ask you this: if Milwaukee couldn't get past the Raptors and the Heat and who did they
what
play?
What are you talking about?
If they couldn't get past them, how are they going to get past the Nets?
I'm just saying because they have Drew Holiday now.
I understand that, but like
that's
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday is that type of player. I believe Drew Holiday is that type of player to me. I do.
Okay, but let me ask you this. So let's look at it from the exact perspective that you're talking about. So you're saying the Milwaukee Bucks have gotten significantly better than they were in the past 2 years when they lost to the Raptors and the Heat. But the Nets, but they have never played anybody like the Nets with 3.
Absolutely. I'm looking at it for a whole team aspect though. Like so 7-game series. Bodies to bodies going over. I'm not saying the Bucks are going to beat them. I'm just saying that we can't just say that. Like how we say like the Lakers are going to the finals. We can't just say the Nets going to the finals.
Why not? Why?
Because they don't have a good all-around team. And we all agree on it. And they don't play defense.
What are they missing? Put it like this. What does Milwaukee present that the Nets would struggle with?
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
They better all-around team and they play better defense.
Well, they're a better all-around team?
All-around team.
Because of Drew Holiday?
Let me
I'm all around, bro. I mean,
me and you. I don't bet.
Wait.
I would like to put a friendly wager.
Other than KD and other than James Harden, because that's what we all emphasize. I mean, you guys, it sound like to me what you guys are emphasizing.
No. So who on the Nets? I mean, who on the Bucks is a more reliable shooter than Joe Harris?
Than Joe Harris?
Yeah, than Joe Harris.
You heard what he said. You heard what he
said. Joe Harris?
Yeah,
I think Joe Harris is a better shooter, but in the game of playing defense, Joe Harris in them thick and thin games, he's going to have to be on the floor.
I know they'll keep him out there to keep the floor spread. Okay, here go another one. What's the difference between Brook Lopez, who besides Brook Lopez shoots the 3 a little better now, which is reckless.
Brook Lopez can shoot.
Yeah, which is reckless. He shoot like 30 footers. This is wild. But him and DeAndre Jordan, like, what are we talking? They're going to cancel each other.
You're going to get way more production in Brook Lopez than DeAndre Jordan. You are.
But if Brook Lopez is producing offensively, then that means Giannis is not producing offensively.
No, they're both producing because you have.
But they rarely play well.
The bottom line. Let's scouting reports.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like
let's no. So if we take Giannis out of the game, which normally happens in the playoffs,
right? Because he gets fouled, he gets in foul trouble. Yeah,
how are they beating the Nets with 3 guys that you can't take out of the offense?
I mean, you could say the same thing if Kyrie and Kevin Durant get in foul trouble.
We're not talking about the refs having a part to play in the game. We're not talking about that.
You said foul trouble.
No. You said foul trouble.
I did not just say foul trouble.
Hey, I didn't say foul. I said if you take Giannis scouting report, again, I never said nothing about foul trouble. You said that. If you take Giannis out of the game with the scouting report, because his game is predictable. I've been saying this for over a year now. His game is very predictable. So if you take him out of the game, How does they beat the Nets? When you got three guys who you can't take, three all-world guys that you can't take out of the game with your scouting report. Because if you double one, let me finish. Because if you double one, you got two guys that's going to kill you.
It sounded like to me, what you're saying to me right now that they're going to take Giannis out and leave those two guys in. Like those guys are going to have to come out too.
Right? You're not understanding what I'm saying. I said as far as the scouting report, it said, look, we're going to let everybody else kill us, but we're not going to let Giannis kill us. You can't do that with the Nets in the East. I'm talking from a coaching perspective, from a person who does scouting reports.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going. I don't know how. I'm agreeing with Sherm. I don't know how they can. Once the game plan for Giannis is to sink it. Now, do I think since their defense is so bad, Giannis might mess around and have like 60? Sure. Or they can do it the other way around. They can do it the other way around. Giannis, you're gonna have to score 100. You got to score 100, and we ain't let nobody. You got to score 100 points. Because you know what I would do? I would push everybody one-on-one and flatten them out in the corner, and then say, Giannis, I'm gonna give you this whole middle lane, and you're gonna have to score. You're gonna have to score, and then I'm gonna tell the dude guarding him, stand at the free throw line. He's gonna have to come through your chest, or he's gonna have to hit a jumper. So
it's funny because Ray always talk. Wait. Because you always talk about championship experience. What championship experience do Drew Holiday have?
Drew Holiday doesn't have no championship.
I love them in Philly. Good point.
I can also rebuttal in that and say that the only reason why Kyrie Irving has got there because he played with the best player in the world. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that with Kevin Durant. I can't. You can do your hat all you want. I'm a Cavs fan. The Cavs suck.
Are we saying that Drew Holiday is on Kyrie's level? Are we saying that?
As all
is that what we're saying?
Wait. As an all-around winner so far in the NBA, when they both were the best.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
No. Is he on Kyrie's level?
No. The answer is no.
Kyrie Irving is obviously a better player. So no, he's not. But as an overall winner, Drew Holiday, when he was the best player with Philly, he won more games and got to the playoffs. Kyrie Irving never got to the playoffs until he played with LeBron. Those are the facts.
Keon told me to go get the popcorn.
Yeah, get the popcorn, Keon. Ray tripping.
No, I'm not. No, you're only hearing half of what I'm saying.
But no, I'm not. So you can't use that because Kyrie was at 1 year. Really, he came out of high school.
He only played 10
games. 9 games in Duke. He went to a terrible situation where
you're giving me
Cleveland. Let's talk. Okay, the league gave Cleveland for the compensation of LeBron leaving. The league gave Cleveland, I don't know how many first-round picks. Kyrie went there for the compensation of LeBron leaving for a terrible team. It's not like he went to the same team that LeBron left. It was a total different team. And how many years did he play before LeBron got back?
How many years
did he play?
3.
3. Meaning he was only, 21, 22?
Mm-hmm.
So we can't keep using that narrative. Oh, he didn't get to the playoffs until LeBron got there. I mean, because LeBron ain't really do nothing his first 3 years.
All I'm saying is this too.
I don't want to make this. I don't want to make this LeBron.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is this too, though. If we gave Kimba that hard of a time for not being at that level yet, then Drew Holiday got to get the same treatment.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all I care about. If we was jumping down Kimba throat about
but I'll say this to you, and you're a Kimba fan. You put Kimba with LeBron, you would expect the same thing.
Absolutely.
So, like, what are we talking? Like, I'm not about to switch it up, like, just because we're talking about Drew Holiday. All I'm saying is
Kimba is not on LeBron. Kimba is not on Kyrie's level, man.
This is all I'm saying.
Kimba is not on Kyrie level.
They're the same player to me. They do the same thing.
Can we stop with the disrespect for Kyrie?
I'm not disrespecting Kyrie.
Oh my God.
What does Kyrie Irving do better than Kemba Walker? What does Kemba Walker
Everything.
They do the same thing.
Everything.
They do play exactly.
They play the exact same way.
Y'all can say that. Y'all can say that all you want, but I seen Kyrie play since high school. I seen Kemba play since high school. I seen Kemba play since high school. Y'all saw him in Charlotte. I seen him play in high school.
No, I saw Kemba at UConn.
They are not the same player.
I saw Kemba at UConn.
If you guys think that Kemba and Kyrie is the same player, y'all out of y'all damn minds. You're out of your goddamn minds.
I think
Kemba and Kyrie is the same player. You're out of your goddamn minds.
What does Kyrie Irving does better than Kemba Walker?
Everything. Everything.
Shoot better?
Everything.
Everything. Kyrie just started scoring 25 plus in the NBA just now. Kemba been doing that.
Playing for fucking Charlotte.
And he was playing for fucking Cleveland.
If Kyrie played for Charlotte, he'd be averaging 40.
Kyrie played for Cleveland.
Here's my thing though. Kemba was getting them dudes to the playoffs though.
He played for Cleveland. They're the same. They're the same. That's the same.
Y'all tripping. I'm done.
It's the same thing.
Y'all are tripping. And you know what's funny? Because I haven't been able to tag nobody what's going on up here. That's what I was trying to do the whole time. Even when we got on, Ray, I haven't been able to tag nobody. But y'all tripping. Y'all are tripping. If you think that Kemba Walker and Kyrie are the same, man, y'all out your minds, man.
They do the same exact thing. They both was on both trash teams, but one guy being the leader.
It's the reason why Kemba went to Connecticut and Kyrie went to Duke.
What you mean? Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's
one won the national championship.
I'm watching both of these guys in high school. I'm not watching on TV. I'm sitting in the gym.
We're talking. You're talking about in the NBA.
I don't care.
That's what do you mean? That's what we're talking about.
In the NBA, in high school, in college, I don't care if Kyrie played 9 games. Kemba is not. If you ask anybody from up north who's what
biased,
they would laugh at you. They would laugh at y'all.
Of course, because they're being biased.
It's on Kyrie level.
They're being biased, but I will tell you,
Ray, don't do that. Ray, don't do that because you know I'm not biased. Don't do that. You know I'm not biased.
Can I talk? I'm not saying you.
Don't do that.
I said if I ask anybody up north, this is what you said. They'll laugh at me.
That's because again, I can't. You already said that Kemba's the greatest player that ever played for Charlotte, and I disagree with that months ago.
I mean, you can disagree with that. His stats and everything prove it.
But we go on status. Oh God.
And
that's this. If anything, you guys are being more biased because Kemba played in Charlotte since he was drafted.
I like Kyrie Irving over Kemba, but if I'm speaking of, I like Kyrie over Kemba. But if we look
Jordan,
at,
come here, Jordan.
But if
Jordan
we look at,
come here.
We looked at
Jordan and Jaden. Come here. No, I'm gonna take it to my kids. I gotta do something. I gotta do something different. Jordan and Jaden, come here. Let's get in here. Let's get in here. Jordan, come here. Let's get in here. Take the hood off. Y'all just came out the gym.
What's good?
So, who's better, Kyrie or Kemba? And is it even a conversation?
It's bias.
No, it ain't no bias. The kids,
they can answer the question.
Tell the people you guys are live on the podcast. Come on in, sons. Come on in. Let's get in.
Who y'all got? It's all right. Y'all give y'all.
Why? What makes Kyrie better?
He can do what?
He's an all-around player.
And what is Kemba Walker?
Around what?
Better.
What is Jenny? You talk us too. Who's better? And we love Kemba too. We love Kemba. But give y'all a tape. If you had to go on the floor, who you going on the floor with? Little, huh? God, let's we bringing the kids in. Let's talk.
For the little boy, I got you. I'm gonna tell you the facts about this. So something that your dad won't let you know. I'll let you guys know. Kemba Walker played for the Charlotte Hornets, who we can say is not good.
They know that. They told me. Hold. This one right here. Oh wait, this one right here told me who Devontae Graham was. Cause I didn't know.
I'm gonna put them on game about something. When Kemba Walker was on the Hornets, who's not a good organization, the Cleveland Cavaliers are definitely on the same level. When Kyrie Irving was I'm a Cavs fan. I'm still to this day. I know it sucks, but I'm still a Cavs fan. But it is. No, I'm a Cavs fan. But when Kyrie Irving was the leader for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they were the last place every single year. Kyrie was getting off doing this thing. When Kemba Walker, same thing with Charlotte Hornets, but see the difference between Kyrie and Kemba? Kemba got them boys to the playoffs. Kyrie just started averaging 25 points recently. So if you want to say, so if you want to say that Kyrie Irving scores better, I just told your dad. I said they do the same damn thing. They do the same thing.
We're gonna ask a question. If you want to, both of you guys, they both know basketball. If it's 10 seconds left, whose hands are you putting the ball in? Kyrie and Kemba. If it's 10, whose hands you putting the ball in?
Good God.
Huh?
It looked like to me the older one said Kemba.
No. Who did you say, Jordan?
Kyrie.
He said
You're tweaking. Look, man, at the end of the day, Kyrie might be slightly more talented, but like we not off base talking about they the same type player now. Like let's not act like they not. Let's not act like that now.
They're not. They are not.
So let me ask you this: how come Kyrie never led a team to the playoffs by himself?
You not see Faze. You know now you acting like Ray. Are we gonna use those first 3 years in Cleveland? Are we really gonna do that?
They were last in the East every year. Every year.
Faze,
I will say this.
Come on, Faze.
I will say this.
You know what's funny? Hold on. Faze,
Let him talk. Let Faze talk.
And I always say, Faze, you're the one who balanced everything out.
Yeah.
I need Brandon in here. You're normally the one who balanced things out.
Well, Brandon's gonna say Kemba. Brandon's gonna say Kemba.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
You're the one who balanced things out.
Yeah.
You're the guy of reason. Now you're being biased, Faze.
No. So here's my thing though. When Kemba, and I don't quite look at Celtics Kemba that much yet because I don't think he's got to be himself yet being there. And I think he made a mistake. I don't think he ever should have went there. But he had to because Mike didn't want to pay him and he wanted to pay Gordon Hayward, which I'm not even gonna get into that. But I think that Kemba and Kyrie, especially the year that Kemba was third team All NBA and Kyrie was Kemba was the first person on third team, Kyrie was the last person on second team. So basically you could have that was neck and neck, right? The year that Kemba started in the All-Star game. I think that year showed how close they were, but I still think Kyrie is better. Like I do think Kyrie is better, but you making the gap seem like it's boom. Like
That's
it's just
all I'm saying.
It is.
Sherm,
y'all do what y'all do. Nah, because they got schoolwork to do. But what I'm saying is, if you put Kemba in Cleveland and put Kyrie in Charlotte, Kyrie numbers will go out the door.
Well, why wasn't Kyrie had the same opportunity as Kemba had in Charlotte? They both was the main guy
on bad team.
What year did Kemba come out of Connecticut?
2011.
No, I'm saying was he 1 year?
Oh, he was junior.
3 years. Oh,
after
4.
Junior.
3 years.
After his junior.
3 years. Kyrie again. You might as well say he came straight out of high school.
I love what you're saying right now. Keep saying it. Just make sure you know what you're saying right now.
You saying what? That Kemba was a lot more mature when he came out of Connecticut.
Oh yeah, I hear it. Yep, keep going. Yep, those are the facts.
I'm interested to see where he's going. How you gonna turn this around? He about to
Those are the
turn
facts.
around. Was Kemba a number 1 pick?
No, he was not.
He's like number 12, 13, something like that.
Yeah, the expectations wasn't there for Kemba. You tell me that pressure don't mean nothing?
I'm saying you just said that the college.
What number did Kyrie go in the draft?
Kyrie went 1.
1. How many number 1 picks do you guys know? Give me a list of number 1 put, because it's a different type of pressure when you go number 1. How many number 1 picks within the last 20 years? No, I'm gonna shorten it up. For the last 10 years, that has been successful.
No, none of them has played with the greatest player in the league.
No, don't give me that fucking bullshit.
The only reason
I'm sorry.
You good now? You fine. The only reason why Kyrie Irving is successful is because he got that championship.
I kind of agree with that.
If he didn't have a championship, we would not be calling him successful. So
no. We're talking about game-wise.
Individual game.
Individual game-wise, I think Karl Anthony Towns has played way better than Kyrie.
So you're telling me that
he has, Cat has.
Yes.
That LeBron and Kemba Walker would have beat the Golden State Walker.
Yes. Yes.
Man, look. So why are you doing it with the Celtics?
You said what?
Why he not doing it with the Celtics?
Because he's not playing with LeBron James.
I'm done. All right, moving on. Because anything that you're gonna say is connected to LeBron. I don't even want to.
No, it's not. The only reason why we have Kyrie.
Kemba Walker. You could ask anybody. Ray, we could put.
I'm saying that they're.
I bet 10,000 in stocks that we. You do a poll. Let's do a poll tonight and keep it tomorrow. Who's better, Kemba or Kyrie? And I bet you it'll be about 98% to 2.
Answered you and said, I like that, Keon. Anthony Davis. I like that, Keon. A number 1 pick who's what? I think Anthony Davis by far does way better than what Kyrie Irving has done.
Talking about a 7-foot guy who
that's what I'm saying,
man. Stop trying to switch the narrative to fit your point.
Switch the narrative up. You asked me a question. You said which number
I would take Anthony Davis over Kyrie.
But that's not the question. You asked the question. You're the one that created.
Look, man, we're not gonna do this because you chopping it up, man. You chopping it up to fit your. And to be honest with you,
I'm not chopping up anything.
Like I'm not gonna get back to. I'm not gonna drag on to that. I'm not gonna get caught up in that LeBron BS. Man.
We'll move on. But the fact of the matter is, no number 1 pick in the last 10 years have played with the best player in the NBA.
Come on, I'm not gonna get a call. I'm not getting.
That is a fact. But we'll move on
to
the Miami. Has any other number 1 pick played with LeBron?
I'm not getting caught up in that LeBron BS, man, because I don't want to hear he a LeBron hater. Because I don't respect or I don't think he's the greatest because you guys think he is. I'm not getting caught up.
I said the best player in the league. I'm not even talking about
I'm not getting caught up in that LeBron BS, bro. I'm not doing it. We'll
move on, though. Everybody that's in here, y'all heard everything word from word. It's y'all take on it. Y'all in the comments, y'all let it be known what's been said.
Nothing to say what they want.
So, let's the next topic. Should the Miami Heat have traded Tyler Hero while he was hot? I'll start off first on this. Tyler Hero is not starting anymore. He's not starting anymore for the Miami Heat. They have Kendrick Nunn back in there. Faise, he's going to love this whenever he gets to talk on it. He says that Tyler Hero thing was a phase. Personally, I think the Miami Heat should have traded for James Harden for Tyler Hero. And that's not saying that Tyler Hero is not a great player. That's not coming at him. But I think they should have traded while his name was in there, while it was hot. And Pat Riley might have not done it because of King of Diamonds probably would have been in the play. That's from what we just heard from Kendrick Perkins, that James Harden can't stay at the strip club. So I guess it was a business decision. But I think Miami should have traded Tyler Hero. And I still think Tyler Hero will still be a great player in the league.
Hold up. Did you mention a Kendrick Perkins? Did you mention Kendrick Perkins?
Yes.
Like, who cares what he thinks?
No, it's not what he thinks. It's what happened with OKC in the finals. He told them what happened.
But it goes back to Kendrick Perkins. Okay, all right. Kendrick
Basically, to catch you back up, Face.
Big tough softy. We're talking about big tough softy.
Yeah.
Big tough softy who's on LeBron
considered
payroll.
himself a defensive anchor, and Kendrick Perkins
Big
really
tough softy on LeBron payroll. How dare you mention him? How dare you mention Kendrick soft, tough guy Perkins?
Yeah. Basically, what I said, Sherm, I said that I agreed that Miami should have traded Tyler Hero for James Harden, but I said that Pat Riley might have not made that trade because Kendrick Perkins came out and said,
"No, sure, I don't like Kendrick Perkins."
Kendrick Perkins.
He's a fake tough guy. That's why you don't like him, because he's a fake tough guy.
Fake tough guy, man. I don't like Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick
I would honestly say that on film, on camera. I don't like Kendrick Perkins. Fake tough guy, but go ahead, man.
Kendrick Perkins came out on the podcast and said that when they faced against the Miami Heat, James Harden couldn't buy a basket because they couldn't keep his ass out of King of Diamonds. So I said Pat Riley probably made a business decision and probably didn't make that trade just off. That's why Kendrick Perkins came into play, because that's what I said off that. Now Sherm took it off, big soft. I wasn't talking nothing about that. I just said that that's probably why Pat Riley didn't make that trade, because you couldn't keep. They probably can't keep James Harden out of King of Diamonds in Miami. So how you feel?
That's true. The party city, but I don't know, man. I think I just don't think I'm not saying I don't think Tyler Hero is capable of being what you're going to, like, being a potential all-star, all this. But there is no way I'm holding on to him instead of James Harden. I'm just not doing that. That's foolish. Like, I don't care how well he played. He's gone. He's not proven. It was the bubble. Like, TJ Warren was averaging 30 in the bubble. Now, I remember one of our very first podcasts when we started doing it together, we were doing the rankings, I think, of the 1920 season, 1920 season. And TJ Warren was at like 50 or something. And I was like, these dudes are ridiculous. He's averaging like 18, 19, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then when the list came out like later that year or this year, Tyler Hero was like top 30. You try to tell me Tyler Hero is a top 30 player in the NBA? Hell no. Like, hell no. Like, that's bananas. Like, hell no. So, like, what are we talking about? Like, James Harden or Tyler Hero? And even if you got to get a Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, so what? Like, who cares? Like, is Duncan Robinson going to ever be any better than Joe Harris? No. Not even close. Like, he's not. He's not.
I think I just said you just can't.
He's not. It's not. That's what I tell you. That's what I tell you.
Tough. But go ahead.
At best, he's Kyle Korver. Like, and I mean, like, not Hawks Kyle Korver where he was an all-star. Like, Kyle Korver, probably Utah Kyle Korver. First time Utah Kyle Korver. Like, I don't know. I'm not sold. Like, I'm giving up who I got to give up. If your name wasn't Jimmy Butler or Bam Adebayo, your ass was out. Bye. I'll catch you next time, brother. Yeah, bye. You're out. If you ain't one of them two dudes, holla at me. Like, I mean, think about that. And James Harden probably fits even better with that team because Jimmy Butler's not ball dominant. Bam's not ball dominant. So Jimmy. So James would have been able to average like basically keep his same number. Tyler Hero is trash. That was Pat Riley, rah pride. Oh, chill. Yo, chill. rah pride. P.S. John Wall before the injury phase due to John Wall. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's creative, Keon, how you actually got the John Wall dance on there. That's impressive.
I can't believe I did that with
Yeah, that's impressive. I never thought about that. But no, for real, like, there's no way that I'm turning James Harden down. Like, James Harden probably averages 30, 12. He probably averages almost a triple-double if he's with Miami. Because he almost does it with the Nets now. So he probably almost averages a triple-double with Miami because he even has the ball in his hands even more. So I don't know. I know Tyler Hero's ass would have been out. So what you got, Ron?
Now, before Sherm go on, you're big on saying that Tyler Hero was a phase. So, like, elaborate more on that. Like, you think he will play great again, or we can play better than that, or he'll be the same player?
I think he played the best he was ever going to play because you got to think he was getting 40 balls, like multiple 40 balls. And again, it was the bubble where you were playing teams. I'll give you a perfect example. They played the Celtics, and I truly believe that if they were in a different environment beyond the bubble, that he wouldn't have went for 40 twice. I just don't believe that. I'm not saying that he's not capable, but like I don't think that him putting everybody on such an even playing field, which was good, I think allowed him to succeed better than what he would have. That's why I think he's not playing that well now because he has to travel. And if anybody, Miami had the biggest advantage in that bubble because they were in Florida. They had the biggest advantage. Your house is down the street, bro. Like you good. Like you ain't, your house ain't in LA. Your house ain't in Milwaukee. Your house ain't, you know what I'm saying? Your house is an hour away, from wherever you're at. So I think he just played out of his mind. I think it was a phase. And I think when dudes like Tatum and all them were talking about that, in that podcast, when they were like, yeah, dudes was kind of playing out of pocket in the bubble. I was like, what? He ain't that nice. Well, matter of fact, Tyler Hero was on that show with him. He was talking about Tyler Hero.
Yeah, I don't believe he was talking about Tyler, but that's what you feel like.
Yeah. Who else was he talking about?
I guess TJ Warren. I think so.
But see, and that's my point. TJ Warren usually averages. I haven't looked at Jamal Murray's stats. Now, I will say this. When I watched Jamal Murray play
not doing what he was doing in the bubble, I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. And I watched him play the other day, and he wasn't that impressive. Like, I was like, but you're proving my point. That's proving my point. Like, and I bet Sabonis would have averaged like 30 and 15 in there because you see what he's doing right now. So, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a fade. I think he literally showed his ceiling, but everybody was like, oh, he might be a top 10 shooter in the league. He's a franchise shooting guard, blah, blah, blah. He's not even close. He's not Devin. Is he? You trying to say he's better than Devin Booker? Not better, but like on that kind of level? No. He's out. It was a phase. Ship his ass out of there. He's been gone. Now, I'm not gonna say the word that I want to say because he doesn't suck.
There go one. Tommy. There go one. There you go. That's the first time you said it all second.
He doesn't suck, but he's an average, slightly above average, dude. Like I don't know. I think he just got hot and they left him out there, and he fit what they did because they made Jimmy the primary ball handler. They put him in dunking in the corners, had Bam out there handling the ball as well, and then had Kelly Olynyk, and other dudes. And what was it Miles? What's his name? Miles Leonard. So, yeah, it's a phase.
Okay. If you're still tuning in right now, appreciate it. At the end of this segment, we will give our picks, and I'll be giving away free picks for tomorrow for Thursday games too. I know we got people in there like the gamble, so stick around. We got one last topic that we're gonna get on, and then we'll jump into our predictions. Now, before the Brooklyn game versus the Raptors, You know, before Kevin Durant, all that happened with the COVID, when he played, he didn't play. They had a topic that popped up. It says, does Brooklyn have the most talented trio in NBA history? I like to go last on this, but Sherm, we'll start off with you.
You always got to start with.
Well, Faise just touched on the Tyler Hero one, so now it's on you.
I don't think so. I'm not even gonna go back to the 80s. I'm gonna start. What I'm gonna start.
I was about to say the same.
And what I'm gonna start with is I'm gonna start with the Ray Allen, KG,
Paul Pierce.
Then I'm gonna go to LeBron,
D Wade and Bosh.
I don't think they're the most talented at all. I think more or less they fall, and this is going against everything that I
Troy.
I think they fall in the third spot compared to those two that I mentioned. Because the first two, KG, Paul, and Ray Allen, they all knew how to win. Ron, Wade, and Bosh, they might. Bosh is the only weak link. He's the weak link. But they all fit together well on both ends of the floor. Now, if you want to say that KD, Kyrie, and Harden are the most talented offensive players, I'm going to say yeah. But
I was gonna get into that, Keon.
Spurs. See, but it all goes back to what I said.
I'll read it out so the audio listeners can see what Keon said. Keon commented, Spurs trio were the most successful modern day. They can't be questioned. They won. Young and old. Nets won't be together in 3 years. Sherm, I'll let you finish off because I know you was just talking.
They won't. They won't. And if they don't, they won't.
Go. They
won't.
They underachieving, so it's a no for him.
Yeah, that's what I was bugging at Troy about before.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Face. It's all on you.
So I don't know if I think so. Are they the most talented? Like, I don't know. I mean, if we're talking purity talent, like that's all we're talking about, then I mean, it's hard for me. I didn't even think about the Spurs with Mono Tim and which is crazy with Mono Tim and Tony Parker. And then you can switch out one of those for Kawhi if you want.
Yeah, can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I thought that's why I thought this was important.
Yeah. And then I even look at I'm like Sherm. I mean, you can almost go like, I mean, you know, Magic, Kareem, Worthy, because that's wild. Like you think about that, like that's bananas. I mean, Pippen, Jordan, Rodman kind of eliminates itself because Rodman was strictly a role player type dude. You know what I mean? But he was a star at his role.
He was a game changer.
He was a star at his role. Yeah, he was a star at his role. If Draymond is considered, you know, whatever, then absolutely. Yeah. And then I mean, is that three better than Steph, Clay, and KD? I mean, you got to ask yourself that. Is that three better than Steph, Clay, and KD?
Who?
The three that we talking about, are they better than Steph, Clay, and KD? Because that's my point. That's my point. So I'm gonna say no. And the separator between Klay Thompson and James Harden, because KD, as of now, I'm taking Warriors KD over Nets KD, even though Nets KD is having a hell of a year. I can't even front 40, 50, 90, 30 plus a night. Can't even front. But Golden State Warriors, KD was no slouch either year. Steph is better than Kyrie. I think we understand that.
Exception.
Yeah. No, Sherm knows that.
I'm playing. Relax.
Let's not do that because again, the people are watching. The people are watching.
I'm playing.
Sherm knows that.
It's here, and I'll say about.
They're close. Yeah, they're close. But people wonder Steph being that next tier dude, what he's doing right now is crazy. But what's crazy? I said that a long time ago. I said I thought Steph was gonna mess around and average 40 because he ain't got nobody to pass the ball to. So Draymond throwing in his big 6 points tonight, but we're not gonna go there with that. And then I don't know. Klay Thompson and James Harden is kind of what it boils down to, and Klay guards.
Yeah, and Klay can go crazy.
Yeah, and Klay can mess around and get you 30 in 7 minutes. So no, they're not the most talented trio ever. No, not at all. Not even close, actually. They're not better than a trio with KD on it. It's the same dude on it. I mean, you can even argue, are they better than – well, yeah, they're better than KD, Westbrook, and Harden when they were young. Yeah, they're better than that team probably. I'm trying to think, am I missing a trio? Like an elite trio. That's recent.
It wasn't too many.
We just spoke on the most recent because we're not gonna go back to John Havlicek and Havlicek and Bird.
I don't even know but Bird. You can go Bird, Mikal, and Paris, but
I wasn't even trying to
come in that category.
I'm glad we all. First of all, but when before I came into this, he said emotional leader, the Ben Wallace Award, leave Draymond alone. Now that he said Ben Wallace, he said Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace, Chauncey, and Rip Hamilton.
What about that?
They don't belong. You're
right, Sherm. They don't. You about to say it right, but they found a way to win and stuff. You about to say it right. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what you do. You balance it out.
Yeah, that's right.
They were solid, but we're not gonna ever put them on.
We haven't seen NBA Young Drip in a minute. What's up, NBA
Young Drip? I respectfully disagree.
Best offense in history.
I disagree.
Yeah, I can't even go with that because even with Shaq and Kobe.
That's all I'm about to say. Why we ain't even say Shaq and Kobe?
Well, because there wasn't no third person. It was Shaq.
but what they did together.
Yeah, just them two. Yeah, that's enough.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We talking about 40 and 40. We talking about 40 and 30.
Yeah.
But can we throw in there the Cleveland Cavaliers with Kevin Love, LeBron, and Kyrie?
Yeah, sure. I think now, yeah. Now that might be
more or less
because, like you just said, 40 and 40. You said what?
It's more or less Kyrie and LeBron.
Love still got his 20. He still got his 20.
Love was Bosh.
He was Bosh. And I can't get mad at that, but he was Bosh.
Yeah, Love was Bosh. He turned into Bosh, I should say.
He was a double machine in Minnesota. He was a double machine. He go in the post, then go to the 3-point. He mixed it up in Minnesota.
Yeah,
it's a Bosh in Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't agree with that topic that came out, that title, I should say, that Brooklyn has the talented trio. I just think that we're living in the now, and they do have their guys in the prime, but then again, I think it's too early to say about anything. The same thing going back to earlier when I was talking to you with Beyonce.
Charles Dominique Hakeem. They ain't win. I mean, if you're doing the talent like that, it was Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, and Carmelo.
No, but if you could have put those three on the same team, they would have got a chip. In their prime, they would have got a chip. Those three, they would have got one.
NBA Young Drip said, I know that BK defense isn't so great, but who from Kobe's Lakers gonna guard KD?
Kobe's late. Rick Fox probably. I
was gonna say Rick Fox.
Rick Fox probably.
But the game was played different.
Yeah, you can hand check. You can hand check.
I'll say this to NBA Young Drip to like cancel that out.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That is a great one actually. It will be a mismatch, but Brooklyn ain't winning anything yet. So like to classify them as the talent, like the best trio or anything, you have to do something first. That's where I was going at with my argument. Like the guys that we're speaking on, they won championships. Like 2, not just 1, they won 2. And right now, I'm not saying that Brooklyn can win, but it's just right now, like, and their defense.
The game was just played different because KD would have been on his back even in the early 2000s. He would have been on his back a lot. Like him coming to the rack, man, they would have hammered him, man. Look what Shaq did to Chris Dudley when he dunked on him.
I think what would have been more dominant, Shaq would have been more dominant than Kevin Durant, for sure.
Not even that. Look, man, Shaq would have averaged
dominant when they were fouling him.
Shaq would have averaged 45 points, 27 rebounds, 10 blocks.
Yeah, this is different.
Like, and it would have been if Clint Capella is getting 15 right now a night.
There's no disrespect to Clint Capella either.
No, it is disrespect to him. It is disrespect to him.
No. I mean,
this is what kills me when we bring up the Jordan debate playing in this era.
That's why I be bugging those, Sherm, because somebody put up a post. This was like last year. Could Draymond Green
oh my God,
guard prime Shaq? I said, what?
Oh my God.
I said, have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? Have you lost?
Now, you know what's funny though, Faise? Because it was a time like, and Ray knows me. He knows my cockiness and confidence. It was a time I thought I could guard Shaq at 6'2". Now I'm thinking I was out of my mind. I was out of my mind.
Damn shame. Damn shame.
The man is 7 foot. He was just a freak of nature.
He was 7 feet and he was 330 pounds and could run around. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
No.
I give you a better comparison. If Zion is dominating the way he is right now, Shaq was Zion, but he was 7 inches taller.
and you know what's funny? Because even with I always say that Zion is he's the Barkley of today, but Barkley was more skilled.
Yes.
Barkley had more skill, and people.
I said that a while ago about Zion. He'd be very lucky to turn out like Charles Barkley. Like he'd be very lucky, and that'd be good. Like,
Barkley was more skilled in the time because Barkley was only 6'4" in the time when the game was going in the paint, and he dominated.
Mm-hmm.
Zion is doing when everybody is going to 3-point line. I wish I played these.
Touche.
Okay. So I finally got the records tallied up. That damn Brandon ain't here again, but it don't matter. It's all right. Hopefully Brandon he got the dub. So shout out to B Monk, man. But we're gonna tally up the records and this how it's gonna go. So I am 6-8. Not looking so good so far, even though I got the Super Bowl win. I am not looking so good. Let's just keep it there. Sherm is 11-3 with the best record out of all 4 of us so far with the predictions. Faise 9-5.
That means Sherm just beat me this weekend.
For sure.
He just beat me this weekend. Like we was tied, and then he just beat me this weekend.
Faise is all good, man. Can we get a?
Bro, but I'm supposed to win that, man. And that's what I get for trying to believe in Patrick Mahomes' light skin ass, man. Because he looked like my son a little bit, so I figured I'd help him out with it. Damn, man.
Oh man,
and you know what's crazy? When we did the first picks, I was like, man, I'm not going against Tom Brady. I was like, I'm not doing that. And then I was like, you know, Ray was like, I'm gonna give you all a week, man. I'm gonna give you all a week. And I'm like, okay, I should still stick with my pick. And then we started talking. I was like, you know what? I think it's the passing of the torch is about to happen right now. And then they went out there and got murdered. God, man.
And Brandon is 6-5. So obviously he has 2 less picks than us. So now he's gonna be behind us for 4, but it's all good. We can keep it going. So tomorrow, here it is. The end of the show, everyone. This is where we give our predictions and our picks. So if you're a gambling person, whoever you feel like you want to tell, take it. I'm 6-8, not looking so good. Sherm looking good. Face right there behind him. It's all good. TNT Thursday basketball on TNT. Miami Heat versus the Houston Rockets. Who you got, Face?
Where's the game?
Here you go with this. I
got to know that.
You always do that every week, and I tell you the same thing. It doesn't matter. There's no fans, but Houston is out.
It's in Houston. Is John Wall playing? Because that makes a huge difference. I know he's been out a little bit. Because that makes a difference.
Questionable.
Hold on. Let me look. Let me look and see one thing. Let me see what. Because are they playing tonight?
Houston. Houston not playing tonight. Houston.
A lot of back-to-back faces. A lot of back-to-backs this season.
Yeah, back-to-back make a difference now.
Hey, Faye's trying to get all the facts right because he ain't trying to be so far from you, Sherm. He said he got to look it up.
Yeah, I got to get right now. I'm gonna go with Miami.
Go Miami.
Yep.
Okay, Sherm, who you got?
I'm gonna take the Heat. I'm gonna take the Heat too.
You gonna take the Heat? All right. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna take Miami. I was taking Miami from the jump. And I wish Brandon was here because last time when I said I picked the Mavericks over the Golden State Warriors, and he replied they need it. The same thing with Miami. They need it. And then the next game after that will be the 76ers versus the Portland Trailblazers. It's in Portland.
Portland, probably in Portland, because it's a late game, so that makes sense.
That's what you got.
I'm going with. So Philly just snuck by Sacramento the other night. I'm gonna go with Philly.
Okay. NBA Young Drip said he thinks John Wall is out till Friday.
Okay, so yeah, I'm glad I picked Miami. I picked Miami.
What you got?
I'm gonna take Philly, even though y'all know what I feel about Doc. But right now they're looking like the better team.
Okay, I'm gonna take Philly too. We're gonna give an extra one right now, just because I feel like this is a harder game, and I think we possibly may disagree. Raptors versus the Celtics.
Ooh.
It's in Boston. I think those 2 TNT games were easy to pick out.
I'm taking Boston.
I was gonna say Boston too.
God.
I don't trust Siakam bum ass. Siakam creeping over there creeping. Siakam creeping over to my trademark. He creeping. He looking like and we ain't even gonna talk about your boy OG Anunoby.
Well, he hasn't been playing the past 4 games.
No, because he sucks.
That's two.
He sucks. OG sucks. People talking about baby Kawhi and all that. They were tripping. Like, that's tripping.
I mean, people do get a little bit over this, but I'm taking Boston too. Damn, look like we agree with he said this so disrespectful to Siakam. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah. Siakam is a nice dude. He's a nice dude, but he is not getting it done. And he's not what's unfortunate is I think he is good, but I think he's a very good like second or third guy. Like I think that's what he is. and he's being forced to be a number one guy because Kyle Lowry is more like Kyle Lowry is more, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but Kyle Lowry is like a Tony Parker type leader. Like he comes up big for you in the clutch, but he's not going to be a dude to get you 20, 25 every night because that's just not what he does. Like he's going to run your team. He's going to play defense. He's going to be a good system point guard. But and Siakam is like who's a nice second tier guy? Like who's a nice second tier guy that's good enough to kind of be a one dude?
Faise, listen.
Whoa.
Nice guys do not win you games when it matters. And that's all that counts.
Yeah, Lowry's not trash. You said it. Lowry's not trash.
Kyle Lowry is not trash.
You know what's funny? I like Keon.
Lowry's not trash.
I'm not going to say that Kyle Lowry is trash.
Keon trolling.
Nah. I'm not going to say he trash. But if they did not win the championship when they got lucky, where would we put them? In the garbage.
No, I wouldn't put him in the garbage. I think Kyle Lowry was a great all-around basketball player before the championship. They just couldn't beat LeBron.
See, but Ray, we gotta anything that comes to LeBron, we gotta X you out.
How? If that's what it is, that's what it is.
Ray, the guy folded, the guy choked. Honestly, I'm hard on the Clippers for choking, but I'm not giving Kyle Lowry or DeMar DeRozan a pass for folding each year and mentally choking against LeBron. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that is crazy. They'd be like 60.
I'm not doing it.
So what is your level? What is your level of for Kyle like for being good? Like
Ray, no, they folded and choked.
No, I know that. But there are other players in the history of the NBA that have choked. James Harden, but everybody love James Harden. Think he's going to be Hall of Famer.
No, I don't.
But he's going to be Hall of Famer though. Can you?
I don't like when people say he's like better than. People a lot say that he's better than D Wade. I'm like, y'all are.
No way.
Y'all are.
But I'm looking at the mental. I'm looking at the. What I said, and again, I said that he adjusted to fit the Nets, and I'm impressed. He's playing well, but mentally he's soft. Kyle Lowry is soft. They're soft. I like soft players. Ray, you should know this.
I know that, but I'm saying that. Do you agree or disagree that James Harden is going to be a Hall of Famer?
Somebody got to make it.
Chill. He's going to be a Hall of Famer based off his regular season stats.
Yeah, so somebody's got to make it.
Based off his regular season. He's not getting it based off of him being what he, because he hasn't been to – he's been to the NBA Finals when he was young, but he hasn't been to the Western Conference. He hasn't been to the conference finals yes, he has with the Warriors. Against the Warriors, he has. I forgot about that.
Mentally choked.
And then Chris Paul tweaked his hamstring. I forgot about that. He was killing then. That's the last time he was really killing.
Baseball is the only sport where they don't care about sending nobody to the Hall of Fame.
What do you mean?
They don't care. If you're not good enough, they're not going to see you.
Oh, baseball. Yeah, they cutthroat now.
Baseball. Like they're the only ones that don't care.
Barry Bonds ain't in yet.
Yeah, so he's not in.
We know why they're not.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, that juice didn't make him do all that. Like he was good.
He still had to have the skill.
Well, he was good before the juice.
Once you classified as a cheater in sports, you know how they gonna do.
He was good before the juice, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I agree.
He didn't need the juice because he was a Hall of Famer, like you said, Faise. He was a Hall of Famer
before he went to San Francisco. Yeah. Like when he was with the Pirates, he was a Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with him not being in the Hall of Fame at all.
That's very tough, but that's all for tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, you know what I'm saying? We love the support. Appreciate the sharing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And look, man, if you got anybody else that want to come in, tell them about the show. Tell them about it. We're here every Wednesday. And like I always tell you guys, if y'all want to actually be on camera with us,
holla at us.
Holla at me. I'll let you come in. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. And don't forget to subscribe. What's up? What's up, Unc? What's up, Unc? But anything you guys got to say before we head out?
You already know, man. Word to my dog, Tim Duncan. Respect my dog, Tim Duncan. 3 championships and 1 championship in each decade. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Respect my dog.
Can we touch on the greatest athlete of all time?
Ooh, that's a good one. But then you gotta go. Then you gotta go single sport or team sport because then that gets tricky. That gets tricky.
Period. She is the greatest athlete of
all
time. Serena Williams. Greatest athlete of all time.
She's a better athlete than Michael Phelps. If that's what we talk about.
No. Yeah. I'm gonna take it there too. Next episode.
That's the
next episode. Who's the greatest athlete, male or female, at all time? All time. I'm going with Serena Williams. Michael Phelps was great. Yes.
Right.
What is he doing now?
Oh, well, once you get on gold medal, when you get on gold medals, you get bored.
No. He's younger than Serena.
Yeah.
By far. Serena, 39, dropped the baby, and is still doing it to this day. If you know anything about tennis is the ultimate young person's sport.
Absolutely. At the quick twitch. Yeah, no, tennis is a different breed now. You gotta be different.
Their time span is between like 15 and 21, and they done. And they're done. We about that on.
We'll talk about it. I'll go in what I gotta say, but that's all for the night. Appreciate everyone. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. Just know that we gotta hold Patrick Mahomes accountable for his performance in the Super Bowl. That's what I want to say. Same what it did Cam Newton. So what it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what I gotta say, join the debate.
Black quarterback.